Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I am JD, and this is Grim Info. And I want to review the show Lock and Key. Now, if this is a show you enjoy, cool. I hope you enjoy it. For myself, it was not a show. I made it through 25 minutes of their social justice fucking hell, and I had to turn it off. Enough was enough. The whole, they're putting up posters for a fucking movie, but somehow they had to throw in eco-warrior bullshit somehow in it, in your fucking face, like, oh, you're young, you're a female, so you gotta be an eco-warrior. No, you're trying to create a film and be an actor and do all this other shit. What does eco-warrior have anything to do with a giant fucking crab killing people? Or lobster, or whatever the fuck the monster is. It's sad because this show, the very first season, was amazing. I thought the premise of it, the whole keys, the whole 9 yards, was absolutely amazing. I thought the show was riveting. I thought the actors were amazing. And then they turned it into a bunch of horse shit, fucking social justice bullshit. The last straw was about 25 minutes into the show where, two of the main characters show up to this dude's house and tell him, they pass no trespassing signs. Immediately when you come up, it's the stereotype about white people. Their houses are fucking dirty, trashy, whole fucking 9 yards. Wily-eyed fucking redneck with a shotgun on his front porch. Come out. What are you doing on my property? Horse shit, And, they decided to tell him, well, there's going to be one less of you in the gene pool. Enough of that was enough. Beating him with a fucking shovel. This is the whole Antifa BLM bullshit premise. That, his property's not his. He doesn't deserve to have it. And now you're going to die because you won't give it up. Bullshit. So enough of that was a fucking enough. So I had to turn it the fuck off. Every fucking bit of it was bullshit. They turned almost every single scene in the first 25 minutes of this television show into social justice bullshit. So if you enjoy it, that's fine. That's fine. I hope you enjoy it. And to each their own. I don't ever want to, critique anybody about what they should watch and what they shouldn't watch. But at the end of the day, it is about a culture war and what we either will win or what we won't win with our children. And this is the propaganda that they're using against our families and against our children. To convince them that there are people that don't deserve their property. And because there should be one less of them in the gene pool, they can just show up and just take their property. It's okay. They don't need it. It ain't theirs. No, that's bullshit. Because it doesn't matter. I had a conversation with somebody, I was playing video games. Somebody's all like, well, them big old rich people, those rich people, they don't deserve all their money. They got too much money. They went to school. They went and got their MBAs. They went and got every fucking thing they did so that way, maybe they sucked dick to get to the top. Who knows? But they got their money. They earned it. Okay, we have no right to take things from people. That's what America is supposed to be about. You're supposed to get out and earn it. Okay, at the end of the day, are there people that have more than all of us? Yes. There are people that have way more than all of us. There are people that have, so much that it dwarfs the rest of us. And that's true. But is life really about that? Or is life about trying to have fun and enjoying the life you do have? And using your children to make sure that they have a better life? So that way they take that step up and encouraging them to work hard for the things that they want. In our society, we make it all about money and about what we have and what we don't have. It's always about what we don't have and what we have to have and how they have all of this and we just don't have it. That's not right. We have to change that culture. And shows like this are destroying our culture. And then, of course, I just wanted to say real quick, fuck Colin Kaepernick and his stupid fucking new show. And you know what? And I really don't want this to happen, but it'd be so funny. If anybody remembers that movie from back in the day where they kidnapped that basketball player, it was like a huge joke. It was the dude from Home Alone, the big, tall, skinny dude. They were like Celtics fans or whatever. Like, I just wish there was a world where we could do that to Colin Kaepernick and shave his fucking bullshit afro. And then release him. Just shave that fucking bullshit off his fucking head. I hate him. I hate him so much with a passion. He is a terrible person. He was a terrible football player, and he has become a splinter in your foot that you cannot get rid of. That is aggravating and annoying and the most fucking terrible person there is. He uses his fucking platform. He could use his platform for good. He doesn't. He uses it to tear people down and to divide. And that's what he is. He's just a bitch because he can't play football. Anybody can throw a fucking football 60 yards down. I can get out and throw a football 60 yards down the fucking field. And about half the time I can hit my goddamn target pretty fucking well, actually. So anybody can do that. Do you know why he sucks? Because he can't actually read defenses. He can't read a defense for nothing at all. His athletic ability has nothing to do with his up here. He doesn't have it up here. And so sitting back saying, oh, I'm ready to take a team to the Super Bowl. You never took one to the Super Bowl in the first fucking place. Alex Smith did. And you just sat on the bench and rode his fucking coattails to the fucking Super Bowl that you lost anyway. Because you're garbage. Prove me wrong. Oh yeah, you'll never get the fucking shot again because you're garbage. So you just keep on with your social justice, hate white people shit, even though you're half white and you grew up in a rich white neighborhood, like with rich white adopted parents, better than I ever grew up. You know what I'm saying? But he's so oppressed. He's so oppressed in all of his glory and mansions and cars. He's so oppressed. While people in real projects are oppressed, not oppressed. I don't mean that word, but they don't have shit. They live terrible lives for the most part. But yet, this motherfucker wants to sit on his pedestal and talk about how, oh, he's so oppressed. Why don't you give away that money? Why don't you go to a project and fucking give them all Christmas? You won't do that, will you? No. You just keep making your stupid shows and sucking Nike's cock. That's what you'll keep doing. Because your ego's so huge, it's bigger than your stupid fucking fro you run around with. I'd just love to shave that motherfucker. I'd be the dude that comes up behind you in public and just fucking shaves half of it just to be funny. Just to be fucking funny. I wish somebody do that to him. Catch him out in public on his bullshit and have a pair of fucking clippers. Fucking shave half his fucking back of his head straight up his fucking head. That shit would be hilarious. I would pay pay-per-view for that. So if you get a chance to watch this show, watch it. Enjoy it if you do enjoy Lock and Key. There's nothing wrong with it. But from your point of view, from my point of view, I see a lot of social justice bullshit that's corrupting our society and corrupting our children. And it's part of the reason why we're going through what we're going through and why it's so fucking bad right now. The reason why you have teachers acting the way that they do. The reason why you have celebrities like Colin Kaepernick acting the way that he is. And the reason why you have our children running around either scared to say something, or you have other kids that are so fucking intolerant that you can't even stand to talk to them because of shit like this. Because they have to shove this down people's throat. At the end of the day, it doesn't need to be shoved down anybody's throat. 90% of Americans that I've met in my entire life are not homophobes. They don't hate black people. They don't hate anybody really. But that's all we ever seem to care about. And that's all you find in TV shows is this shit being shoved down people's throats. And it's just nonsense. So that's my review of Lock and Key. And the fact of the matter that I hate Colin Kaepernick and John Cena. John Cena's a bitch. Going out and saying, apologizing to China over Taiwan. I don't care. I'll never let that go. Same as Eminem. I can't stand Eminem. He's a fucking punk ass bitch. He ain't the best fucking rapper. I don't give a fuck. Like on his third or fourth album, comes out with a stupid ass song pretending to be some fucking dog on his fucking hand. He's garbage. He's absolute garbage. And he's garbage because in a Rolling Stones ad, he comes out the same way I feel about Snoop too. He comes out because they're hypocrites. These motherfuckers are hypocrites. And this is exactly what we let our kids grow up and love. And this is the reason why we have to change the culture. These people are destroying our fucking country. And they're destroying our fucking kids' minds. It's the reason why we have to take our kids from out in front of the TVs and get them the fuck away from this music. Because they are destroying our children. Eminem comes out in an interview. His daughter comes home with a friend, and this friend from school's like, oh my God, dude, he's sucking Eminem's dick so hard, Eminem could feel it across this fucking complex, right? And I guess if I was this kid, I'd be dick riding too, it's Eminem, the greatest musician, probably in our time in the last 20 years, to be honest. So, I understand the kid. So he goes in this interview and completely And Rolling Stones. It may have been Rolling Stones. I think it may have been Double XL. Completely puts this kid's parents down. Talks about, oh, I don't understand how these parents could let him listen to my music. Bitch, you're the one that made the fucking songs. How about you have some accountability? Did you ever think about that? A little bit of accountability on what you created? You're the one that created a fucking song talking about killing your wife and having your daughter go along. Oh, mommy, we're gonna go let her float. Durr. What'd you think was gonna happen? What did you fucking think was gonna happen when people heard that song? What, did you think people were just gonna let it go? I mean, nobody had ever made a song like that before, really. Nobody had ever made a song talking about taking their daughter along on a murder spree with them. And then you want to play this oh, woe is me fucking horseshit? No. And one song you talked about, oh, why don't you just take them millions? No, Willie, why don't you just take those fucking millions and go fucking be happy? Or go pop a bunch of fucking pills and go to sleep. I'm honestly so sick and tired of the negativity, and that's all we get out of these people, is negativity after negativity after negativity, just like in 2012. How is it that Donald Trump is such a racist? This is the reason why I have a problem. And I'm not a huge Donald Trump fan. I thought he did a good job, and I loved it when he was running his mouth to Rosie O'Donnell. I would give anything for him to get into a Twitter war with Rosie O'Donnell again. Like, oh my God, that was so amazing when he was tearing her fat ass up. I loved it. I loved it because the dude can hit. The dude can hit. I don't care who you are. Donald Trump can hit. He can hit. He makes good jokes. He hits, bam, bam, bam. He doesn't care. He's just boom, boom, boom. And I love that shit. I love that. It doesn't matter whether it's coming from a male or a female. Don't care. It's badass. I love it. Anyways, so they're in a roast on Comedy Central. And if you ever get a chance to go download this and check it out, you definitely should. Because it's hosted by Seth MacFarlane, who at the end of it goes, Donald, if you ever become president. And there's a whole bunch of people that came out and called him racist. I think like John Legend was there. And they're all like clapping their hands. You know, like Chrissy Teigen was there. All like happy when they're like, and thunderous applause at the end of it, when Seth MacFarlane's like, yeah, Donald Trump should run for president and you would be a great president. Whole thunderous applause from the entire fucking place. Lit up. Snoop Dogg is there talking about how, he's friends with Donald Trump. Donald Trump's mentioning him being his friend. There's like a love fest going on with it. And it's like, oh, but now he's a racist and you hate him? Why? These are the red flags that started ticking to me. And at the end of the day, there has to be something going on. If in 2012, they're his best fucking friend, and he's the man, he's the Don. Now he's the biggest racist, terrible person that's ever walked the face of the earth. It's the reason why I cancel all my shit. It's the reason why I have no cable TV. It's the reason why I don't watch none of this horse shit. Because they are all hypocrites. We have got to control our culture. They're destroying our culture, and they are tearing it down on purpose. And there has to be a reason behind it. And we have got to get control of it, because this television show is more, it wasn't like that in the very first season. Now, I can't even make it through 25 minutes of the fucking show because they're destroying our culture and shoving shit down our throats. So that's my review, America. Like I said, I don't want to tell anybody what to watch or not to watch. This is just my opinion. And it's my opinion of what I see going on in our culture. It's my opinion of what I see going on. And the thing is that when it just keeps happening, it's like watching dominoes fall. If one domino falls, you're like, no. One domino is not a big deal. When you got thousands of dominoes fucking falling and they're all going in the fucking same direction, it's the same shit over and over and over and over. Yeah, there's a problem. There's a problem. And when it keeps happening, then Hollywood wonders why we don't give a shit. But this is constantly a demoralization of men in America. But like I've said on here many times before, you have China teaching their young men how to kill. Well, we're teaching our young men how to cut their balls off and wear dresses. Who do you think's going to win in a fight? The dude dancing that would rather make you a doily and make you cookies? Or the guy that knows how to clean his fucking nine? Which one do you think's going to win? Because I can tell you exactly which one's going to win. Not us. And if you look at the way China does their people, that's coming for America. And I love when I have this conversation with Americans, even off here. I have this conversation with Americans off here. And about 90% of the time, most people see it. There's about 10% of people that want to argue with me and say, that could never happen in America. This is America. God, are you serious? Yeah, about 60 years ago, this would never happen because men were men. Men knew how to be men. Men acted like men. Now, men want to play with dolls and wear dresses and cut their balls off. And we have music, media, TV, every fucking thing you can think of preaching this bullshit every single time you turn it on. So that's my take, ladies and gentlemen. Like I said, I don't want to discourage anybody from doing anything that they want to do. This is just my opinion. You can like it, dislike it. I'm sure a lot of people will dislike it, even though I'm saying enjoy your own opinion. I'm not telling you how to think. I want you to think on your own. If you love the show and you can stand it, then more power to you. I'm just saying I can't. And I just see a problem. And I see a big, big problem. And I see a problem for our future and for our children. So have a very good Sunday. Like I always say, documentation beats conversation. Take a knee. Talk to God. Love your family. Love your neighbors. Have a great weekend. Goodbye.